like what we're talking about is pretty much just like moving us around when it comes to like like one person could direct an episode.
Yeah.
The other could write, produce, do that kind of stuff. Because that way we all need. Because the big thing about it, we want to use this to kind of add to our resume and push us off and to do whatever the hell we want to do. And like I said, I want to make movies. The best way to go, start filming shit.
So if y'all have
Terminator was written by Cameron.
It was written by Cameron.
Yeah.
So if y'all have ideas on movies, y'all should like let me know so I can watch them.
So I know what the hell's going on.
Well, let me know what movies y'all are gonna talk about so that I can like participate in the conversation as well.
Well, I just want to know what the hell you guys are talking about.
The best homework you could possibly ever do is watch movies. So I mean, that's
Well, let's go ahead and pick
That's
our
what
first.
I'm doing.
We should pick our first movie. That way, everybody can watch it. That way, in case somebody's sick or
It'd
can't
just be
make
nice to
it,
know what the
somebody else
heck's
can slip in
going
and talk
on.
about it.
Right. I would like to input my own opinions as well. I am going to disagree with you on that statement.
I mean, what
I watched it last night.
are y'all looking for a classic? Are you looking for a newer film?
It should be
It's
whatever.
the movie people.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Whatever.
It could be the very first movie ever or the very last movie released, like anything between.
I mean, I
Okay,
guess,
let's look at like the horror depiction of The Birth of a Nation. That is a terrible movie.
Well, I mean, we should
only
do like.
one person got that joke, but probably. So we mentioned A24 earlier. I think what a really good starting point would be, and to kind of segue into that, Good Time. Have y'all seen Good Time?
No.
Good Time, Robert Pattinson. I think that would be definitely a good movie for conversation.
Alright.
If you, and I mean, it's accessible enough to where you could watch it and get into it.
That would be the other thing, yes.
Yeah, it's accessible enough to where it's not like The Lighthouse where it can
It's
either
on Netflix,
entrance
right?
you or put you to sleep. What was that?
It's on Netflix, right?
It could. It might be.
It is.
We could also talk about
If
how
it- yeah.
shitty the most recent Hellboy movie was.
Oh, no shit.
I watched that in theaters by myself. The whole
I watched
theater
it on
I
the-
had to myself.
Same.
No, I watched.
I went day
What?
one.
Are you guys?
I
No, we're not in the same theater.
No,
I've
I'm
never
saying.
met you before.
No.
That's not what I meant.
No,
Are we
yeah.
only gonna talk about one movie per segment? How many movies do we want to talk about by segment? Just
That's
one?
what I want to know.
Yeah.
It would have to be one, yeah, because
Yeah.
it would go off topic so
We
fast.
would.
Yeah,
We could have our. We legit could have our own show. Like we,
Just about movies.
we could spin off of
Or
this
TVs,
right now.
Yeah.
Right now we're focused on just making one show.
Yeah.
But like we could easily, if this becomes a thing, which
As we're finding our niche.
yeah,
Yeah.
we could
What
easily.
we find most.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we could definitely we could continue with this show, but we could also have our spin-off little shows.
Yeah.
We could form a whole damn network if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, not saying we are, but
No.
I mean,
just saying we definitely could form that kind of thing down the road.
Yeah.
You know, talking about different movies and different stuff. We could have like a whole, like I said, A24 section. We could have a whole Sundance section. But I think but I do think for a good starting point, I think Good Time, it's readily accessible. But it's also enough to where you could contribute conversation to it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, the first conversation is very good to have to
Yep.
start it off and then see where that leads.
Agreed. Very much agreed. So what? So
For our show, are we should be doing the chemistry shoot
Yeah.
or
So,
a test shoot for Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
so Wednesday in itself, do you guys think you would be able to, not necessarily type up a script, but be able to kind of just type up kind of the ideas that you would want to do for your personal
I
segment?
just need to
Because
print
like I
it
want to
out.
video test your cocktail segment, even if we don't have the cocktails here themselves.
Yeah.
I want to video test you. I want to kind of see how you are on camera, just so we can work with it, add pointers, just kind of figure out what we want to do. So
Is
like
that
each
his
person that wants to,
I
we
can
need-
type up tonight. It's save minutes.
do it. Hell yeah. So I need to figure out who is all going to be on each segment for at least this first episode.
I'll do gaming. I'll do.
I'll be on every segment. Psych, probably not.
Jules.
Okay.
I'll do the
She's
first.
like, I'm the queen, bitch.
I'll do, I'll
I
do
don't
the
mind
first
if y'all want me. Y'all mind about personality.
one.
So-
No.
Whatever.
Film.
Damn.
Who wants to be on like straight up film?
No.
So Julissa, me.
I'm down.
I'll be on anything, honestly.
Okay.
I'm down.
We could
I'm
definitely
down.
have. We could definitely have a 4 to 5 person
Panel.
on that. Yeah, because I mean, truthfully speaking, it only takes about 3 people. So you guys each could kind of work like primarily on behind the scenes of these.
Yeah.
Making sure the levels,
Is there
like,
certain things
cameras
you
are
want to talk
recording,
about
audio
for a
levels
movie
are
like
nice.
scripts, cinematography?
We could,
Bro, this
what
is
we
fun.
could kind of do is pretty much just break down, just kind of have a conversation on different stuff like that. For film in itself, if we are going to be doing like dedicated segment to just kind of a movie of the week.
Those we can film here, like for sure.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Here.
Yeah.
We could literally have this whole
Yeah,
like
that's-
have this set up.
Mhm.
I do
Like
have
just
a
this whole
question.
table.
Have like
Like,
have
this side
a
of
2 to 3 camera
That's
setup.
something that we could have every week, just like the cocktail thing.
Right.
That's
Let's
something
go.
we
Yeah, I mean,
have.
there's more than enough movies where we could talk multiple.
Exactly.
segments. Yeah.
We talked about Midsummer just now. We literally could sit here talking about that
Love
for
that movie.
hours.
Yeah.
Great.
And we can do like multiple segments for one episode, right? Or do you just want to like?
We can do multiple segments, but at the same time, we also want to have everybody, at
More-
least behind the scenes, at least for most of
Switch
it.
it out. Yeah.
Okay.
we don't
We're
want
gonna round it.
we don't want somebody to be, for lack of a better term, we don't want somebody to be a camera whore. We don't want
Right.
people. We don't want people to be so focused on, I want to be in the spotlight. No, you're gonna be around like all of us. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna be all learning and different stuff because we want this to
Mhm.
segue us
Yeah.
and to learn from this.
Working as a
Yeah.
team.
This
Working
is
as a team, working with different like different parts of what is a production
Do
company.
something uncomfortable.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Be
Do something
wacky.
comfortable. Do something to gain a little bit more knowledge on that skill.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
like,
sound really cringy, but this is a learning environment. Like we
Mhm.
want to learn. Like we
Yeah.
want to use this to learn. We don't want to use this to. I mean, we would like money and fame, but the realistic.
this is fun and learning. That's
This
This
is
is
just
how
us
people-
being. This is us being creative, flexing our
Networking.
skills, doing whatever the hell we want to do with it, just having fun with it. I mean,
Yeah.
there will be days where we'll be like, shit, this is kind of annoying and repetitive, but we're gonna figure it out and we're just gonna kind of move on through and find our niche and find our flow. Because I do believe we all have a creative bone in our bodies.
I mean, I do. Yeah. We all do. I mean, I know Anakin does.
Yeah,
yeah.
and oh yeah, and like new additions to the group and like different stuff like that, like different people want to come in and stuff like that. If somebody from the class was like, hey, I like what y'all are doing, I want to come on in, we can easily invite them in.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I want Fred to be here so he can more discuss like sports and stuff like that because he's kind of our
I mean-
designated sports guy, and then Leo finishes off with volleyball and then moves on to fashion.
And then I do the NFL.
Mhm.
I don't know anything.
I would
about
not join
sports.
that
Yeah,
panel,
I
but y'all
don't
can go
either.
ahead.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, and that's why we have designated
Right.
people when it comes to that.
Oh yeah, I'll take care of that.
Could we
noise.
possibly
Other
like
than-
incorporate like funny skits as well?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, and
It's
that's
our show. We can do whatever we want.
We can do
and that's why
we
we
could
she
actually
was
burn
talking
the
about-
house down with this.
No.
Okay, don't burn the house down. We are not arsonists. Not yet. But I'm just gonna let that fade out so I don't get incriminated. But pretty much it's like we want to have our own segments, but we also want to just kind of just have that flow with it. But you were also talking about like short films and stuff like that.
Oh,
putting
yeah.
that. And I think having those ideas, each person, what I
It'd
would
be a
like.
nice transition between
Yeah.
panels, I guess. I guess we're doing kind of panels.
Everybody
Yeah.
in this room could make their own short film and have,
Exactly.
then
Something
we'll-
stupid, but something
Just
just
something that
creative.
works.
literally
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Like,
And obviously we have like
Yeah.
this whole resource. Like anyone would be down. Like I'd be down to help with any of y'all. Like with your
Exactly.
short
Yeah,
films,
exactly.
whatever.
It's
Yeah.
like even if like you're not familiar with Adobe,
Can you help it out?
we can help you, or you can learn it on your own, and it
Facebook.
can be just a trial and error process. I mean, but what I would
Thank
like
you.
for each
Yep.
and every person to do, even if you don't necessarily want to be on camera, I would like you to at least come in with an idea of what you would want to do for a short.
Yeah.
Something
Like
you
just-
like to see.
Just something so we can kind of see where everybody is at whenever it
Yeah.
comes to
Something
creative.
wacky and silly and just plain goofy.
Oh, I already
Or
got
just
that.
something,
The way your mask is.
You can use that shit as a blindfold, man. But
But yeah, and like if you have an idea and you want someone else to develop that's how the industry works.
Damn right.
man. So it's like if you got an idea, like I could write your script, it's fine, and then you can just like fine tune it however you want it, and then like ideas.
said that. I think, it's like, but it also doesn't have to be wacky and
Okay.
silly and goofy.
I like
it can
that.
be whatever
It can
tone
be,
you want.
yeah,
Cool, cool,
exactly.
cool.
It could be deadly serious. It could be.
Mhm.
It could be
Purely
interesting.
artistic.
It can be romantic.
Come with
Fuck
me
it,
if you
it's
want to.
Valentine's week or whatever it is,
Oh.
and like you could be whatever you
No,
want.
no,
it
no.
to be.
It can be serious, like a 2 minute serious.
It could be. It could. But we also don't. Well, but the main thing also is we don't want to try to draw too much from like other people. We want this to be original. So I do like where your head's at whenever it comes to the Terminator thing, but at the same time we also want to we don't want to drive off from other people's stuff. We don't want to feel like we're copying another franchise.
Yeah,
Like-
we don't want that, cause that would be infringement. And
Yes.
Damn, I was gonna do a funny Bob Ross segment.
And,
Yeah,
and,
But
yeah,
that's-
absolutely
hey,
can.
But that's
I mean, if
different.
it's your
No, not-
personality, then go for it.
Yeah,
If
that's
it's a
that.
parody or something.
Exactly. So and that's another thing.
Yeah.
Having if the one thing that you won't infringe on is if you are parodying.
Mhm.
Like if you parody stuff like that, that's dope. Like you can find tons of things to just parody. If you want, parody the Terminator franchise.
I was just giving an idea. I don't know nothing about parody or Terminator. I'm just giving you guys an idea.
If you want to parody the Terminator franchise and like talk about Linda Hamilton or Sarah Connor's like emotional imbalance, do it.
If you want someone to talk about Terminator, my friend's your guy.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot we can do. If you guys want to continue talking, we can. But it is
Sorry,
5:20.
that
It is
was
5:20.
my
So,
hand.
Has anybody ever been to Charlie G's Pizza?
My hand's
No, I
unstable.
haven't.
All right, I'm
The only
on.
pizzas I know is CT's and Domino's.
Excellent choice.
I don't go out, so
Yeah.
I just stay in my home.
I do stay in my home.
Hey, that's okay.
I just,
I should be watching movies, but I don't.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
cool. So I
And
you
I'm
know,
using
obviously
my
you don't have to
phone,
watch it by
so.
Wednesday, but if y'all could watch it closer to then or
Good
by
time.
next Monday, good time.
Watch it right
Good
now.
I'll send it in the group chat just so we can kind of understand what we want to do, just so maybe Wednesday or next Monday we could be able to talk about it and just kind of form just a consensus of how we all stand. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you hate it, doesn't matter if you love it, doesn't matter if you're just kind of bored by it. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Just form an opinion.
You got it.
Good, and we'll work.
Hi. Yeah, I can place an order for Vicky, please.
Perfect. All right, guys.
Uh,
Meeting commenced. I will see you
large
all
cheese.
Wednesday.
and thank you all for this.
That's it.
And guys, I will see you all home. Thank you for coming by. And remember, this is Eternal Tamer signing off.
It's nice to meet you.
Uh,